Russia often benefits when WikiLeaks reveals secrets. Well, don't we all benefit when secrets are revealed about what government is doing behind closed doors? I mean, don't we all benefit knowing what government is actually doing? I mean, it's really quite galling to me is that only one person benefits from it. I mean, the American people have a right to know what their government officials are doing, but there's this constant deflection. I mean, we still, Bernie Sanders had the primary stolen from him, but no, the story is that the Russians hacked the DNC. I mean, where is the credibility of Western media to follow up on that very important story?
Well, this Putin Russia bashing has been going on not just in the last year or two. It's been going on for quite a long time. But I think that the last place, I very much agree with what Earl and Gilbert said. One of the last places that I would choose to go to in the media in order to gain some objective information would be the New York Times or the Washington Post. I think the New York Times in particular takes a pride in Russia bashing. The difficulty that we have in Europe is that too often we follow what the United States does.
But when you hear this kind of rhetoric, countries like Russia have to react. You have to react to this very, very aggressive rhetoric coming out of the halls of power. They have no other choice. Real quickly, Matthew, before we go to the break.
Well, I very much agree with that. That's one of the reasons, first and foremost, I've come on your program. I'd like to quickly disagree with one thing Earl has said. I personally don't see President Putin as a bogeyman. In fact, he is a very, very astute international politician.
Okay, well, you heard that on RT.
I agree with that.
Okay,
very
but see,
impressive.
This is where smart minds agree, but we don't seem to have the same kind of impact as in the mainstream. Anyway, gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick break, and after that short break, we'll continue our discussion on Russia and the mainstream media. Stay with RT. Mainstream media has conditioned audiences and publics for potential conflict with Russia and with China. Let's not leave them out here. And the thing is that it's constantly this drumbeat over and over again, and people have just gotten used to it. I understand the bread and butter issues, but at the same time, you have this kind of subconscious conditioning that these people are bad, this leader is bad, this country is bad, and it's easy to go one more step because people are prepared for it. That's what I'm worrying about. Go ahead, Matthew.
Well, this is a very complex area, and we're covering a lot of topics. I actually sincerely believe that people in my own country, and very possibly in other European countries as well, see more foreign affairs news than citizens of the United States. One can almost discount some of the, dare I say it, Fox viewers. But talking about the American election, now Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State and President Obama know perfectly well that the United States has spent an enormous amount of money and effort in assisting those who were trying to push the democratically elected President Yanukovych out of Kiev, and they did so successfully. And Ukraine is in the most terrible state at the moment. There's been a lot of fuss that you referred to, and Russia hasn't invaded anywhere. What it's done is taking action to make sure that NATO, with American help, hasn't had the opportunity of taking over the Russian naval base at Sevastopol. That was a simple defensive move. And equally, people, particularly in the United States, certainly in my own country, are not being told by mainstream media how much we have the United States and some Western European governments to blame for the mess that we have seen, not just in Syria, but in support for Al-Qaeda affiliates leading to Islamic State, in Egypt, in Libya, and now in Syria. And for me, what Russia is primarily trying to do is to keep Syria together which is the exact opposite of the mess that the American intervention, which was totally unnecessary in Iraq, has created.